Good evening, everyone. How are you? Coming to you live from Melbourne, Australia on this Thursday night. It's Nights with Ping. How are you? I see people in the chat. Hold on. I just checked that I've got everything turned off. I think I do. Just so you guys don't have to listen to me watching Kitchen Nightmares. Sherry Runs Late was here earlier. She wasn't late tonight. Danny Mitchell, the celebrity. Oh, we are very lucky to have a celebrity in the house. Diane Marie's here. Kazza T. Hey, Kazza T. Shirl Huffman from Palm Springs. How are you, Shirl Huffman? Two Broke is here. Woos, Marilyn Landis, Nana Lana, and Emily Narb. And our new friend Sean. Hey, Sean. Good to see you. Yeah, we have a bunch of updates tonight. And I guess maybe you have seen some of them already. And we're going to go to like the leading place for, true crime news, TMZ. No, it is not the leading place for true crime news, but I will show you what's going on. There's been a whole bunch of updates since we came on last night. Sean the Sheep. Hey, Sean the Sheep. How are you? Uh, and let me just fix this and then we'll get going. Da da da. All right. There we go. Guys and girls, how are you? Coming to you from a very hot Melbourne, Australia today. It is screaming hot here. It's about 31, 32 degrees. Got the aircon on. It's pretty hot. Hey, LMS, how are you? Good to see you. Sienna's here. Oh, Sean's in Greystanes. Sean, I actually grew up in uh, that area. I went to school in Granville South. I think I said last night. I actually lived in Greystanes for a while. I went to Parramatta West Primary School growing up. So Diane says, "Am I feeling better?" Yes, I'm feeling much better today. So yeah, Sean, I actually know the area well. I actually had a friend called Sean when I lived there. It'd be real funny if you're the same person. I don't think so, but it'd be funny. Yeah, lots of updates. The house they were at yesterday seems to be it was the person they arrested. It's his house that he shared with his wife and his wife's family. And the person who was dismembered seems to be it could be his wife. And her parents are still missing. They have children too. They were picked up from school. They are now in the care of CPS, and it's an awful situation all around. So you've got one wife missing, her parents missing, and you've got children who probably have no idea what the hell is going on. And it says here, ex-Hollywood agent's son arrested for murder. Now, his dad is quite famous. His dad is Samuel Haskell Senior, and you may know him from, I guess, the pageants, like the what is it called? I can't remember now. Miss Universe, is that the right one? I'll see down here. Also from Dolly Parton's Magic Mountain Christmas and Dolly Parton's Coat of Many Colors. Apparently, Haskell Senior produced those shows through Magnolia Hill Productions. So I'm just trying to find out which one it is. I know it's like the one that Trump used to own, right? Is the one that Haskell worked at. Miss whatever it is. The one that they got rid of because it was basically disgusting and basically taking advantage of women. But yes, it says here, LAPD arrested 35-year-old Samuel Haskell Wednesday following the grisly discovery. The bag containing the female victim's body was in a dumpster in Encino, California. Haskell's wife, May Haskell, and her parents are currently missing. Coroner hasn't identified the victim yet, but in the meantime, he is being held on a $2 million bond. He ain't getting out of that anytime soon, probably. That's a lot of money. Hey, Carol Z. Hey, good to see you. Uh, Ping, LMS says, Ping, I'm okay. Car about to hit me head on, going wrong way. So a little shaken up and sore from tensing up. Oh, I hope you're okay, LMS. I really do. Yeah, so real crazy update about this. And it says here the torso was found in a black duffel bag, which the day before workmen had reported it to police at being at the home. And people around the area had told the police they thought they saw body parts sticking out from the bag. And when the police got there, it wasn't there anymore. But that must have been a real, you know, awful thing to see. I'm guessing some people probably thought it was leftover Halloween decorations, but someone must have been convinced enough to call it into the cops to have a look. Pretty brutal. I do have a little media thing we can watch to get a good update if I can find it. I think it's here. There we go. I can. No, don't do that. Always wants to not be my friend. All right, here we go.
A Tarzana man has been arrested in the murder of a woman who was found dismembered.
She has not been identified, but the man's wife is missing, and so are his in-laws. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes is live in Encino with more on the family and the suspect. Rob?
Well, yeah, that suspect is the son of a former Hollywood super agent and current president of a production company. His son is accused of murder and dumping part of a body in this garbage bin. LAPD homicide detectives have a wide net to cast. A murder scene at this home in Tarzana, a dismembered body found near this dumpster in Encino, and several missing people.
We're looking for 3 people that are still unaccounted for.
They would be 37-year-old May Haskell and her parents, Yan Xiang Wang and Gaoshen Li. They all lived in this home on Coldstream Terrace in Tarzana, along with May Haskell's 3 young children and her husband. He is 35-year-old Samuel Bond Haskell, now under arrest. Eyewitness News has confirmed that he is the son of prominent Hollywood executive Sam Haskell Sr., who resigned as CEO of the Miss America organization after a 2017 email scandal and is currently the president of Magnolia Hill Productions. His son booked on suspicion of murder after detectives found blood and other evidence at the family's home.
It's heartbreaking.
People who live near the Haskells say the neighborhood is rocked by the murder investigation. This neighbor, who didn't want to be identified, told our Jaysha Patel she had recently befriended May Haskell and noted that her husband seemed to have psychological problems.
The husband, something seemed so off. Something seemed so weird. I thought maybe he's sick, something's wrong. All I kept saying to my family, something's wrong with her.
Samuel and May Haskell have 3 children, 6, 8, and 12 years old. They are safe, picked up yesterday by police at their school. Neighbor Sally Raber says she rarely saw the family, but spotted the husband on the very same day police were first called to the home.
I don't see them much. I was driving on Tuesday. I was driving home and I saw him walking on the street. He was wearing all black.
Police are looking for 2 vehicles associated with the family. A white Volkswagen Tiguan, license plate number 9ANC890, and a 2014 Nissan Pathfinder, license plate 7FRM190. Now, investigators are still waiting for the coroner to determine whose torso was found in the garbage bin, where the rest of the body parts are, and where the missing family members are. Still a mystery.
So there you go. They are still searching for 2 vehicles and the missing people. That is horrific. If he did that to his wife, what did he do to the in-laws? I mean, could they be dismembered somewhere in a vehicle, or did he crash them into a river? Something like that. I mean, what did the kids see? I hope they didn't see anything. That would be awful. Um, I saw a distressing message up here. Hold on. Vegemite smile. Hey everyone and Ping. I'm going to be quiet tonight. We had the worst news My sister gave birth yesterday, but the baby did not survive. We are all shaken and devastated. Vegemite Smile, that is terrible, and my heart goes out to you and your family. That's really awful. I can't imagine what that might be like for the mother and the if she has a husband, the husband and the family. I mean, when you have a baby, you expect to have the good bit at the end where everyone gets to hold the baby and stuff. So I can't even imagine how awful that is. And I all I can say is I hope you guys get through it and you got a strong family unit and you all support each other and find a way to support the mom and the immediate family to her. Really awful. I hate to hear that. I really do. We talk about gruesome stuff all day, murders and dismemberments and stuff like that. But then when you hear something so innocent like a baby not making it, it's seems like it's much worse for some reason. So Vegemite Smile, I really do hope you and your family find a way to come together and support each other through this. I don't even have any words. I don't know what would make it any better. I don't think anything would really. But so sorry for your sister. I really am. I really, really am. That's terrible. Really awful news. Um, I remember there was a documentary on like that about the side effects from women who lose babies, and it's like it's almost worse than killing the mum herself or something. Like they live with it for the rest of their lives sometimes. So I don't know. It's awful. Really is. So sorry for you, Vegemite Smile. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what that would be like. But unfortunately, we have to keep going with this. But I hope you're okay. That's all I can say. Oh, two mums. Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I didn't. I don't know why I always assume it's always like that. I shouldn't do that. Bad ping. Two mums. Oh, they're both devastated. I bet you they are. I bet you they are. That's awful. To continue with this story for a little bit longer, they're saying here a witness reported seeing what appeared to be body parts in a bag outside the Haskell home on Tuesday, according to the Times. But by the time the police arrived, the bags were gone. They said a search of the Haskell home reportedly uncovered blood and other evidence of murder and dismemberment. That what if the kids came home from school and saw all this? I mean, did he have no plan to keep the kids away from that? The home is located 5 miles from where the torso was discovered. So what maybe happened is maybe he knew someone called the cops and then moved the torso and dumped it in the dumpster because he knew the cops were coming after it was reported that day. I don't know. Apparently, they're saying attempts have been made to contact the missing people by cell phone, but with no answer. Same with May, she's unaccounted for, but they assume she is the remains found in the dumpster, unfortunately. Hey, Pay Girl, good to see you. Marilyn Landis and Blue Moon, hey, how are you all? Did I say hello to Carol Z and Laura T? Good to see you both. Hey, how are you? I hate mornings. And Jennifer Nobles, hey, how are you? Good to have you here. Yeah, Woo says those poor kids. I know, right? They would be so confused right now, going, wait, why is our world turning upside down? Where's mom? Where's grandma, granddad? Where's dad? Like, I mean, they just must have no idea what the hell is happening to their life. I mean, it's always the kids who suffer, right? The parents and the people who are murdered, that's one thing. But these kids having a famous granddad, other granddad on the other side, and stuff like that, they're going to have a very, very difficult uh, time with what their dad did, unfortunately. Vegemite Smile says, I knew Woos would be there for me. Thanks, everyone else. I said it on here because you guys are my friends. We are your friends, Vegemite Smile, I promise. We are here with you. How horrible. Here, I had another article. Hold on. Where is it? I will find it. Yeah. It says he was taken into custody Wednesday and has since been charged with murder. That's a holding charge. He's been held in Van Nuys jail for $2 million bail. So he is the son of Sam Haskell Sr., who resigned as the CEO of Miss America. That's it. That's the one. After a 2017 email scandal. Yeah, isn't his dad the one that was basically really mean to everyone and was really controlling and, basically was a nightmare to work with? Everyone basically hated him because he was so controlling and micromanaging of everyone and abusive. Says here, police say Samuel Haskell's wife, May Haskell, and her parents, they're still missing. They all live together in the house in the 4100 block of Coldstream Terrace with Haskell. They're saying they're concerned about their whereabouts because they would normally be home during these hours. Yeah, I mean, where could he take 2 vehicles in a short amount of time where police haven't found them in about 24 hours? Like, you would think there would be a bolo for these 2 number plates, and it's these 2 here. This one and that one. You would think they would be able to see at least one of them by now. I mean, when they put bolos out in a city, it doesn't take them long to find cars that are out of place. Normally about, 12 hours they find it. But this is interesting that they haven't found anything. It says here, Gutierrez said the torso was wrapped in a plastic bag and was placed just outside the dumpster. Wait, then where did the duffel bag come from? We heard about a duffel bag on another one. Hold on. Here. Oh, they're saying the duffel bag was seen the day before. Okay. Why would he take it out of unless that's the other parts of her? That's a terrible thought. The duffel bag may be like her legs and head and arms. How awful. Yeah. I don't have too much more than that. I hope they find the grandparents and the rest of May and can get a positive ID. And then we'll find out what on earth led to this. Like you heard, neighbors even knew something was up with him. Like that neighbor was like, he was psychologically disturbed. And if your neighbors can see that, then what's going on inside the home, behind closed doors at night? So something went a bit wrong in that household. It always is, and we'll find out that 10 other people knew there was an issue or saw the signs, and then I don't know, something happened. It slipped through the cracks, and now he murdered possibly 3 people, including his wife. Pretty awful. I have another story we can go to. Wu says all could be parts of could be parts go hold on. Yeah. Could be parts go of her parents. Could be. But where's the rest of her? They only found her torso. No head, no arms, no legs. So the rest of her is out there somewhere as well. I think the grandparents might be in the cars. So one in each car, and then maybe he drove them into lakes or something like that. We might find out. Don't know, but why would you take 2 cars? And if they already found him, so he doesn't have the car. So we'll see if they find those vehicles at some point. Moonlight View's here. Hey, Moonlight View. Thanks for being here. Marilyn Landis. Okay, Laura G. Hey, Laura G. I have something else I want to talk to you about. Hold on. Hold on. Here. Now, these stories are pretty brutal, and I don't like talking about them, but it's important that if any young people watch this, that they know this type of stuff happens, even older people. It says here, a Lyft driver accused of, R-wording a USC student on her way back to her apartment has been banned from the platform, the rideshare company said. The university says the attack took place around 3 a.m. the day after Halloween in the 3600 block of South Grand Avenue. The female student took a Lyft ride home from a club in West Hollywood to her home near the University Park campus, officials said. When they arrived at her apartment, the Lyft driver R-worded the student in his car. In a statement sent to Eyewitness News Thursday, Lyft acknowledged the suspect was driving for the rideshare app. They said, safety is fundamental to Lyft. The behavior described is reprehensible and has no place in the Lyft community or anywhere in society. We have permanently banned a suspect driver's account from the Lyft platform and are actively assisting law enforcement with their investigation. Last week, the company said it could not confirm the identity of the driver or that the ride happened on its platform. The LAPD did not immediately have additional details when reached for comment on Thursday. Last week, the university made made sure students were aware of the resources that were available to them, including counseling, mental health, and prevention of sexual violence. That's pretty good from the uni. I think we have a bit of an update. Hold on. Can we watch that? Yep. Hold on.
Tarzana man has been arrested in the murder of a woman who was found dismembered.
She has not.
That's not the right one. We just did that story. Hold on. What are you doing to me, ABC 7? You trying to make me look silly? Come on.
Who reportedly raped a USC student and is now banned from the platform.
Lyft has acknowledged that the suspect was driving for the rideshare app. Last week, Lyft said it could not confirm the identity of the driver or that a ride even happened on its platform. Lyft now says they are working with law enforcement in their investigation. The crime happened the morning after Halloween after the student left a club in West Hollywood. We have reached out to police to see if they've made an arrest, and we're waiting to hear back.
A Tarzana man has been arrested in the murder of a woman who was found dismembered.
Same day police were first called.
They're trying to punk us by doing a different story. Hey, everyone, we're back. Okay. Marilyn Clausen says, Marlene Clausen, sorry, says, how about Safe Ride Home? Don't they have those programs at most universities where you can call security or a company and they will bring you back to the dorm or your accommodation or whatever? Don't a lot of universities have that type of program? What uni was she at again? USC? Hold on. Okay. Here. Let's have a look. What does this say? USC Lyft Rides Program. Welcome to the USC Lyft Rides Program. If you have not yet received an invitation for the program and you are a current USC student, faculty, or staff member, please fill out this form. So it says here, hours of operation are at UPC 6 to 2 a.m., 7 days a week. And it says on football game days, it's different hours. And at HSC, 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. Monday to Friday only. The program runs on limited credits that automatically renew every month. USC does not pay for cancellation fees, tips, or prime time upcharges. Rides created using the schedule feature of the app or added stops. So it sounds like this is a program that is endorsed by USC, and that this is the way they do it. You get a certain amount of credits every month, and then you can take a lift. So it sounds like she was using the program through the university, and yeah, she was. Hold on. Sounds like she was using the program as intended, and she was sexually assaulted. Very, very awful. The fact that she was trying to do the right thing and get home safely. Does it say anything here about Yeah, see, free ride. How can I confirm that my ride is free? It will say USC Lyft rides or whatever in it in the payment. You'll get a $0 receipt. Says Lyft drop-off pickup zones, approved on-campus ride-share drop-off pickup, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then here. Additional safety when using Lyft, verify your driver and car. The make, the model, the person on the app is the same in the car. Go the extra mile. Lyft share location feature that wouldn't have stopped a sexual assault. Do not feel safe. If you do not feel safe getting into your assigned vehicle, you can cancel the ride. This will automatically incur a $5 cancellation fee, but Lyft has agreed to waive cancellation charges if requested through the customer service portal in the app, and it is indicated that the ride was canceled because you did not feel safe. Interesting. There's nothing else on here about what happens if you get into any other sort of trouble. Here, fact. Let's have a look. It says here, why did the USC Lyft program change from classic mode, single occupant, to shared mode? It says that, only during the pandemic did they have like single occupant rides, and now they have, you could have multiple people in the car doing multiple stops. I guess it makes it cheaper for the university, but just trying to see if they have anything here in case there's like, you're attacked or something, but it just seems this is more about like pandemic changes. Okay, so there you go. They do sort of have she was using it, so I guess that is their safe ride program to make sure they can get a ride. Doesn't help when the person doing the car service is the one that commits a crime against you. Poor girl, really awful. Marlene Clausen said, ping excellent digging. They do not want this out yet. Yeah, I didn't see this mentioned in any of the articles that she was using the programs, like using the university's rideshare program. It doesn't say that at all in here. You would think it would. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about that on here. Here. Let's have a look here. They do in here.
USC.
Hey. Stop that.
USC warning its campus community tonight after a female student was sexually assaulted near campus. That student telling police she was raped by her rideshare driver. Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Fisher live near the campus of USC talking tonight with students. Michelle?
Well, Mark, one of the things we heard from all of the students we spoke with is that ride sharing is usually a way that they get around safely. There's even a program here on campus that provides free rides within a certain distance. But tonight, many of them rethinking ride sharing and hopping in the car with a stranger after one of their fellow classmates was attacked.
Definitely induces some anxiety.
USC students tonight on alert after a fellow student was allegedly raped by a Lyft driver.
I was gonna Lyft tonight to get to where I was gonna go, but I was rethinking my choices. I was like, should I just walk with a friend?
A university crime alert to students says it was here on South Grand Avenue, blocks away from campus, where the female student was raped around 3 a.m. Wednesday morning. After taking a Lyft from a club in West Hollywood, the alert says the Lyft driver raped the student in the back of his car when they arrived at her apartment. Junior Lisa Idam says she's always been reluctant to take ride shares alone.
You don't know who they are. You don't know the background of the driver, what their intentions are. Obviously, you would assume that their intention is just to make some money because it is a job. But yeah, you never know.
It's unclear if the black sedan the victim got into was the correct Lyft vehicle. Regardless, news of the assault has students being extra vigilant.
Definitely double check the plate number, ask them if that's their name. And for me, I use the safety feature where I just send an automatic text when I get on the car to my family members to let them know that I got on the Lyft.
So several safeguards and layers in place for most rideshare options that you want to make sure you do whenever you hop in the vehicle with someone to get safely to wherever you're going. We did reach out to Lyft and inform them about the USC alert that was sent to students, but so far we haven't heard back to our latest email.
Hey, Sprinkle Donut, good to see you. Sprinkle Donut says program goes till 2 a.m. She was attacked at 3 a.m. It does say there are exceptions to the rule, like on game day, the program begins 5 hours after scheduled kickoff. So I don't know. Hold on. What day was she attacked? November 1? I think it was November 1. Hold on. I just want to check if it was a game day. No, it was a Wednesday. So it was last night. Oh no, last week on the Wednesday. It was a Wednesday night, so Halloween, the day after Halloween. She attended a Halloween carnival. Damn. Okay, so it wasn't a game day at all. Maybe they had a holiday thing. Like a holiday, there might have been extended hours for the Halloween holiday. Could be, but because it says she did use it as part of the program. So, who said hello? Brenda Cress. Hey, Brenda Cress. Good to see you. Happy to have you here. Yeah, okay. I don't have too much more than that, except there's a third article here. The driver is described as thinly built man, aged between 25 and 35, black beard and black hair. That could be anyone. After attending a Halloween carnival in West Hollywood, the female student hailed the black sedan, attacked around 3 a.m. after she and the driver arrived at her apartment near the USC campus. Yeah, here. USC Department of Public Safety. This warning addresses a report of sexual assault. Resources are available on and off campus to provide assistance. A reported offense is, R word. 3 a.m. on the 1st to the 11th. Yep. In the 3600 block of South Grand Avenue. Female student took a Lyft ride from a club in West Hollywood to her apartment near University Park campus. When they arrived at her apartment, the Lyft driver R-worded her in the back of the car. Not great. This is pretty poor from Lyft. I know they now have accepted it happened on their platform, but for them to come out and say, we have not identified a report or ride matching the description and can't confirm it involved the Lyft platform. That's pretty awful. It says here, the San Francisco-based company recorded more than 4,000 claims of sexual assault from 2017 to 2019. Hold on. I just got an email. Sorry. Hold on. If Trish is listening, yes, because Insightful One already told me about it. So that's all good. If you are listening to the channel, yes, that is fine. All right. All right. I think we've done about all we can with that one. Hey, Sean. Sean, that's actually my my real name. You know, we don't judge here. We don't judge you. That's the correct name on that though. It's all good. Do not stress. I'm in the process of opening up my own like PayPal under this name for this kind of channel. So when you get it, it'll have just Nights with Ping. I'm in the process of doing it. Webster's is here. Yes, I'm listening. What am I listening for? Your email that you just sent. I won't say what's in it, but I'll just say, yes, that's fine. And that Insightful One already told me about it. So if you understand what that is, all good. Sean, I will say, I just double checked something because you mentioned that name. Sean sent in a donation. Sean, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And from Greystanes, I have fond memories of going to school at Granville South. Yeah, it's an interesting area. Ate a lot of pork rolls living in Greystanes. It's a fun area, but I think is it any better these days, Sean? Let me know. I know when I lived there, it was a little rough. It was a little bit of a rough area, but I mean, we loved it. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate it. I really do. Two Broke says, perhaps those were the hours for pickup. He may have taken his time getting back to, looking for a location to assault her. You might be right, Two Broke. Maybe she booked it earlier than 2 a.m. and because of Halloween, there was a long wait for cars to pick her up, and she had to wait a long period of time. So it could be 100% correct there. All right. I don't have much more on her, but when I do, I will let you know. And if we get more on the driver, that would be good. And then I can tell you more about it. But right now, I don't have anything else on it. They said that they do recognize that sexual assault is chronically underreported, and it can sometimes be months or years before a survivor is ready to come forward and report what happened, if they choose to do so at all. So that number of 4,000 people could be much higher. That could be just the tip of the iceberg. So, you got to be careful. There was a woman, if you guys remember, there was another college girl, I think. She hailed a ride share, hopped in the car she thought was her Uber, and the guy inside wasn't an Uber and ended up murdering her. I mean, it's happened before. It'll probably happen again. Got to be really careful. I guess if these women are getting into these rideshare late at night, maybe do it with a friend. So you've always got, someone for support and security. That's all I can think of. Apparently, Lyft faced a California lawsuit in 2019 by 14 plaintiffs who claimed that the company did not take steps to prevent sexual assault or violence from its drivers. That is true. One suit involved Alison Turkos, 33, who claimed she was kidnapped and gang R-worded by her driver and two men in 2017 while on a trip from Brooklyn to a park in New Jersey. Wow. And the reason we got to say R-word now is because that word is now on YouTube's block list. It's really annoying. It never used to be. Sorry, it sounded like there was a phone ringing, and my phone's right here, and it's not ringing. That's so weird. I can hear like the vibration going brrr, brrr, but there's no phone here. That's really weird. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate it. Oh, Sean went to Parramatta, near the station in Parramatta. Yeah, I knew a few people who went to Parramatta. It's Sean. Sean lived there for 54 years. Yeah, I lived in Parramatta till I was 13. I moved, and then I came back when I was around 19 for a few years, and then I moved to Melbourne. Gambler says, hold on, let me put it up on the screen. That's a long one. Gambler says, Ping, you must have heard of the horrific stories coming out regarding the Colorado funeral home. Yeah, actually, wasn't that? I had that on my list, and then, guys, I read so many stories per day. Sometimes I forget. Yeah, I read about that. Hold on. I'm just trying to find a good link for it, and I'll show you. Yeah, this was on my list, and I forgot about it, and then we got caught up in a couple of other cases, and yeah, I remember now. The Guardian? Yep. Yeah. That's actually a good one, Gambler. Australian news. Fire at Melbourne burger restaurant being treated as suspicious, police say. Okay. Did the Hamburglar do it? I bet he did. It's a Macca's inside job. Owner of Colorado funeral home and his wife arrested after 189 bodies found. The decaying corpses were discovered after reports of abhorrent smells inside the company's rundown building last month. It does look a bit rundown, doesn't it? The owner of a Colorado funeral home and his wife were arrested on Wednesday after the decaying remains of at least 189 people were recently found at the facility. John and Carrie Halford were arrested in Wagner, Oklahoma, on suspicion of 4 felonies: abuse of a corpse, theft, money laundering, and forgery. The district attorney Michael Allen said in a news release after at least some of the aggrieved families were told. How do you have 189 remains on the property? Improper storage of a corpse. Actually, if you want to talk about this, give me 1 second. There was a hospital in Australia who stored a woman for I think it was 180 days, and they didn't store her properly, and she turned to liquid. And there was a big thing about it in the Australian paper recently. How could they do that to her? And it's really disgusting that they didn't do that to. They didn't take care of her remains properly. Yeah, they said her body liquefied in the fridge. So I believe it here when they say a day after odor was reported, the director of the State Office of Funeral Home and Crematory Registration spoke on the phone with John Halford. He tried to conceal the improper storage of corpses at his business, acknowledged having a problem at the site, and claimed he practiced taxidermy there, according to an order from state officials. Relatives of people whose remains were handled by the funeral home have feared that their loved ones were not cremated and were instead among the remains that authorities found. They said death certificates indicated the remains were cremated at one of 2 cemeteries. but both one of two crematories. Both crematories told the Associated Press that they were not performing cremations for return to nature at the time of the dates on the certificate. Wow. One of the aggrieved family members, Tanya Wilson, said her mother's body was among the neglected remains found last month, and that the ashes that returned to nature told her family were her mother's were not. After law enforcement officials identified the body of her mother, who Wilson said was cooked unbeatable, who Wilson said cooked unbeatable Korean dishes and sometimes worked 3 jobs to keep her family afloat. They gave Wilson the jewelry they left on her body, some substances left on the bracelet. Ugh. She says, I don't think any amount of jail time, prison time will justify my brother having to clean my mother's rotting flesh off her bracelet that they gave back to us. Oh my God. If they can't do it properly, then don't get into dealing with human remains. It's really, all you're going to do is upset people. You know, it's horrible. Really is. Is this the only update, Gambler? Let's have a look. 1 hour ago. Let's have a look.
Years ago in Penrose at the Return to Nature funeral home,
They have 4.9 stars on Google.
Christina Page arrived to get her son David cremated.
It's the most horrendous feeling I've ever had in my life.
For 4 years, she believed this urn held David's cremains.
This is not, this whole situation is just unreal.
About 4 weeks ago, her reality changed.
My son has been laying there rotting for 4 years.
David never got cremated. His body was one of almost 200 law enforcement officers recovered. The district attorney accuses the owners of falsifying records, money laundering, theft, and abusing corpses.
The arrest, as far as I know, went off without a hitch.
John and Carrie Halford got arrested Wednesday morning in Oklahoma, the same day Christina planned to cremate her son again.
This morning, I woke up already crying. To get an arrest today was almost shocking. The first hour of my day was absolutely an emotional roller coaster.
There are 189 other families like her, and the coroner still needs to identify dozens of bodies.
Please contact your loved one's dentist if you think you may have a loved one within this case.
Christina doesn't know what or who is in the urn. She just knows it's not her son, and she started calling it Grandma Fido.
I'm having a hard time letting go of it. The FBI wanted the entire contents and the urn, and we fought about it. And they got some of the contents for testing. But I'm refusing to let go of the urn.
She says Grandma Fido deserves the same respect she's given for the last 4 years, the respect she wishes the Halfords gave her son. In El Paso County, Aaron Adelson, 9 News.
It's really the ultimate disrespect, isn't it? It really is. To do that to someone who's grieving, someone who is having a real hard time losing a loved one, and then you don't treat their remains properly. I mean, you should get life in jail for it. You should. Just like a murderer would for abuse of corpse or whatever, you should get something similar. It really is an insult to the dead and shows complete disrespect for people and their remains and the family and their life in general. I don't think any of us want to be treated like that when we go. Snap Crackle Pop says, "Gotta go, y'all. Sweet dreams, everyone. See you later. See you later, Snap Crackle. Bye." It's horrible. Fluffy Muffin says, "UK have a law that is I'm sure they have a law that is I'm sure of it." called denying a proper funeral. Yeah, they have another one that's like desecration of remains and failure to report death, and there's a few. Harley says yes, jail forever. Yep. I 100% think you should get a life sentence for doing that. Something like this, 189 deaths and bodies, life in jail. This is not an accident. This is not, we screwed up. This is deliberate. So, jail forever. Why not? I mean, you're basically a serial killer. Maybe you didn't kill him, but you messed around with the bodies. So, Emily Narb says, I'm back in chat. Yes, very insulting and horrible. Yes, I agree. We've talked about some pretty dark subjects tonight, and we've had some sad news from our friend. So let me find you something. We'll have a break for a second, and I'll find you something funny. Give me 1 second. I've got something for you. If I can find it. Here. Thought you might find this funny, and I kept it from today. It's an influencer trying to do a photo shoot with some horses. We might get in trouble for the music. You can see her there getting owned by a horse. There you go, influencers. I thought that was pretty funny. I think, as funny as it is, I think it's CGI. I don't think it's real, but it is funny. I was just trying to have a look. Yeah, you can see how she doesn't quite mesh with the background. I think it's CGI, but either way, pretty funny to see someone get an own goal on themselves. There you go. I can imagine someone doing that with the running of the bulls, and someone doing that and getting hit by a bull in Spain. Marlene Clausen says, also abuse of a corpse. Yep. Sean says, heartbreaking that rest in peace isn't going to happen. I agree. Emily Narb said, it's funny song paired with it. Yeah. I can't play it all because we'll get done for copyright, but thought that might be a nice little interlude for the show to show you something funny. People always ask me, Ping, show something funny so everyone doesn't get sad. So I'll show you another little thing while we're on a break, and I'm going to ask you a question. What is this? What is this? Is it a very ugly looking melon? Is it an alien from Alien that might attack your face and lay eggs in your head? Is it, I don't know, a slug that got mutated and got really big? What is it? A really fat baby dugong? I don't know. You tell me what it is. Half a watermelon that has gills? I don't know. A fish. P-Girl says a fish. Emily Narb says a sea thing. Okay. Wu says an electric stingray. What? Harley says a hippo. Could be a hippo. Nanalana is just screaming in her head. Laura G says, Ping, have you seen the BBC video of talking animals? That's hilarious. Yeah, I've seen something like that on YouTube before. Like with the talking animal thing. Hold on, my friends. Okay, hold on, where is it? Okay, so it is an electric stingray. It's called what is it called again? A knobfish or something? A blobfish? It's called a coffin ray or a numbfish, and it can produce a 200-volt shock like an electric eel. You wouldn't think so by looking at it, but apparently it can. It's a type of ray fish that lives under the sand. Weird, huh? I've never seen one before. I've never seen one on the beach or anything. They look like an alien that's gonna eat your face. That's what it looks like to me. Hold on. Woo saw the story. Sean says horseshoe crab. No, it's not a horseshoe crab, but horseshoe crab are sort of like, they look like dinosaurs. They really do. Shell Huffman says whatever it is weird looking. It is, isn't it? I agree. Probably a bit too spooky. We're gonna have to take it away. Take it away, Ping. Take it away. It's too scary. Let me close some tabs first, so I don't have a million things open. All right. Let me just switch back to this one, and then I'll get another story. I want to know more about the suspicious hamburger restaurant fire. I'm sure it's Ronald McDonald and his gang of people. Actually, I have a story out of Panama that I saw earlier. Check this out. This guy, have you seen the people that are blocking the roads and that for the environment all over the world? I've seen them in the UK, Australia, America. Well, apparently now in Panama as well. And this fella, his name is Darlington, Kenneth Darlington, 77. He shot and killed, I think, one or two of them. You can see it here. Hold on. I'll show you the video and then we'll talk about it.
¿Por qué no dispara? Pues nos va a tener que matar a todos. Esto es una... Nadie está... No. ¡Ey! Delante del policía. ¡Ey! ¡Llama a la policía! ¡Llama!
So it all escalated pretty quickly. Everything sort of was like, get the crap off the road. I want to get through. And then, gun was pulled and people were shot. And it's really sad. I mean, I get it. I don't want these people on the road either. But you don't go just shooting people when you don't get your way. I mean, I don't know. His life is, they said he's probably not going to spend any time in jail due to his age. They're just going to put him on house arrest for the rest of his life. So he might serve like house arrest for, I can't remember, not long. Like he's 77 years old, and there's some law over there where they don't put older people in jail. They just put them on a house arrest for a while. Here. However, local media has reported he could avoid jail time because of his age. Scroll down. More down. There we go. The protesters, Okay. Don't continue on with the thing about his sentence. Hold on. God, there's so many photos. He said, one of the people in the car asked him, "Are you aware of what has happened?" The court heard his response was, "Yes, I killed one and shot another." He then got into his car and told the woman reported to be his girlfriend, "Let's go," who was later stopped, seized the firearm. Footage shows Darlington being handcuffed and taken away by police. Apparently, he was arrested in 2005 after weapons including an AK-47 and M16 were found in his Panama City apartment, but was acquitted after a court accepted his plea that the weapons were part of a collection. Okay. But there's a thing about his sentence. Come on. Okay, it doesn't say. Just says that he might not serve any jail time, but I read somewhere that it could be house arrest for a period of, a period of time instead of jail. Can't find the bit where it talks about the house arrest. Come on. Yeah, it doesn't say it in this particular article. It must have been in a different one I was reading about this. Let's see if I can find it. Nope. Actually, this one has the photos of him being arrested. There you go. Him being arrested by the local cops. You don't look like oh, there's look a cartridge in the air, spent cartridge. You don't look like anyone out of a western. You look like Santa Claus with a gun. You don't look like anyone cool. All right. That is Trisha's reminder that her show is starting in about half an hour. So that means that is my cue to start wrapping up and get you guys over there in the next 30 minutes. So give me a second. All right, there we go. He's a lawyer. No, I don't think so, right? Hold on. Oh, no, he is. An elderly American lawyer accused of gunning down two climate protesters in Panama was previously arrested for the AK-47 and the M16. I was trying to find the bit about his not going to jail, but that was more interesting to me because how can you get away with killing two people? He said one of the demonstrators could be heard in the footage saying, "Why don't you shoot?" while others shouted, "Are you going to kill someone?" Darlington replied, "Why, do you want to be the first?" And then he opened fire suddenly. And I'm just trying to find a bit about... Yeah. Can't see the bit about him not being... Yeah, here. But he may again avoid jail time and be sentenced to house arrest due to his age, local reports suggest. So he may kill someone, badly wound another, and just be like, no jail time because of how old he is. So, I mean, geez, it's so blatant too. Look, these guys are really annoying, and I get it. These guys piss me off too. I want the environment to get better as well, but this is not the way to do it. Blocking major roads and stuff, it's not a good idea. Let people do what they want to do and get to, work and wherever they got to go. So I appreciate it. I appreciate what they want to do, but I don't think that's the right way of doing it. Yes, lest we forget, Sean, 11th of the 11th, at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. Yeah, we remember. Hold on. Two Broke says that is crazy. He could shoot the pizza man if it takes too long. House arrest is a bad idea. I agree. Emily Narb says it wasn't self-defense. No, I agree. Laura G says, good night, everyone. Yep, we're going to wrap up in a second. I want to thank Sean for the donation to the channel. I really appreciate it. This channel does actually need the funding. It's really appreciated. And the more funding we get, the more shows I can do. That's basically how it is, because I replace it with doing other stuff and I come on here instead. So it's much appreciated, Sean, and it will go towards. We're trying to save up right now to go to Supreme Court next year to do the Aaron Patterson trial. So any donations I get at the moment are sort of being put away in a kitty to to fund that, so I can go, because it could take like weeks and weeks and weeks of trial time. So I don't know how long that might be, but that'll be, at least I don't have to go and stay anywhere. I'm in the same city and I can travel in and out every day on the train, but stuff like that. But I can't wait. I want to go to that. I cannot wait to do that. Yeah, thanks, Sean. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow night. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the earlier show instead of midnight or like 1 a.m. And if this should continue in the future, let me know in the comments on the replay crew. And other than that, go with Trish and have fun in her channel. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow night for Friday night. I don't know what time. We'll figure it out. But I will let you know for sure. Hey, Four Sons Mum, good to see you. Hey, good to see you in the chat. Hope you guys had a good show tonight. It's nice to get done a little early. And how long have we got? All right, yeah, go get ready for Trish, and I will see you all tomorrow night. Wu says this is a much better time for me. Okay, cool. All right, that'll be good. Moonlight View, thanks for your help. I appreciate it. All right. Hey, DJ. Hey, good to see you, DJ. Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you've been well. Hope everything is going all right where you are. Yep, that's it for tonight. And hope Trish has a great show. She'll do a lot of fun things for you. And look for the link tomorrow night. And we'll be back. I promise we'll be back. Unless something earth-shattering happens and I have to come back on tonight. But otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, it does help the algorithms, Harley. All right, that's it. It's Friday afternoon for me. Lunchtime, I'm going to go eat. See you later, everyone. Have a great night.